Hello, my name is Joshua Rudd with Rudd's Home Farm, and today we're going to talk to you about why you should not use this color of light. Stay tuned to find out why. So, one reason why you don't want to use these blue and red LED lights is because plants use more than red and blue spectrum lights. The only color that the plants reflect off is this exact shade of green. So these LED lights that give blue and red only give those two exact wavelengths of color. There's not yellow, there's no blue, like indigo, there's no colors in between those, from red to blue. The plants use more. They use sunlight color. They have developed that they need everything from the sun. They do reflect back green light, but they also use certain wavelengths of green as part of their photosynthesis. And so you want to give your plants a full spectrum of light. That means white or yellow light, and let the plants decide what light that they don't want. Plants are designed to work on a certain way, and that's using sunlight. So you want to give them white or yellow or sunlight color to give them a full spectrum, and they will thrive a lot better than with just purple and red. Purple lights can lead to eye damage. You either need a second set of white lights or you need sunglasses to work under the blue and red lights. They are very bright, and they are also on the far edges of your visual range. So you may not notice how bright they are because they're all the way towards blue, which is headed towards UV, and then you got red, which is headed towards infrared. And so those are kind of like further away from what we can see. And so you may not even notice that being under these plants is hurting your eyes until you walk away. I've worked under these plants before, and it hurts your eyes when you walk away. The UV that is accompanied with it, it's the dark ones. I'm not sure you could see the little dark ones. I'll put the little picture up again to see, the UV dots. But those are very dim, but also very intense. The UV light that it gives can easily fry your eyes if you look at it too long. And of course you have stuff reflecting off of it, so UV is getting directly into your eyes when you work under it. So you need a second source of light when you're actually working underneath the plants. On a side note, you cannot tell issues with your plant because of the color that it gives. You wouldn't be able to know if your plant isn't healthy or is not healthy, is yellowing and stuff like that, because you can't really tell. It has a weird light on it, and so you always need to have to switch to a regular light to work under your plants if using blue and red spectrum. So the next issue with blue and red LED lights is the energy use is the same. So a white LED light is simply a blue LED light with a yellow phosphorus coating on top of it. The blue light reacts with the yellow phosphorus coating and produces white light, and that's all it is. So the same amount of energy that is applied to a blue and red LED is also applied to a white LED. There's myths out there to say that blue and red is more efficient than white, but that is not the case. There are very few, if any, upsides as far as energy is concerned to using blue and red instead of white. So be sure also not to give additional UV to your plants. For one, with UV, it is very hard to test how much UV you can give to you're giving to your plants, and you could easily murder seedlings and or the adult plant. I have personally done this. I have put this light too close to a plant, and it has wilted and it melted. It's it turned yellow, and it just absolutely died. And I had some seedlings I grew, and those just never germinated because it would just fry the soil because I had it too close. So if you do get these types of light, make sure I even put tape over. I put tape over the little UV because plants do not need UV light to grow. The plants are resistant to UV because that is part of what the sunlight gives them, but UV only damages the plant, and then the plant has to protect itself from the damage. And so what will happen is plants' leaves will be thicker to handle the radiation, and also certain plants will produce oils. So if you were a lavender grower and you grew your plants indoors and you wanted to get the essential oil from the lavender plant, you may give it some UV to increase the amount of oil that are on the leaves, to increase your yield, your oil yield. But if you're not a lavender grower, I would highly suggest that you do not use UV light in your plants. Finally, I'm going to set up a test to see which plant will grow better under blue and red LED lighting or with white LED lighting. It's not going to be a super scientific test. I'm just going to use what I have. I have white LEDs, and I also have these purple ones too. So I'm just going to set this up, and I'm just going to, at the same time as I set up another plant, and we'll test the results together. Look forward to that video. It will take about a month or two to process the data and grow the plants and see the difference in growth. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know in the comments section if you have used these blue and red lights and your experience with them. Also subscribe and like. I have a lot more information to put out there. Thank you for joining. Have a great day. Bye-bye.